Hey, Bridgerton lovers, how are you? Today I am wearing my new shirt, the Lady Whistledown Society paper shirt my friend made for me, and I'm so excited to have it today. But today we are talking about Season 1, Episode 7, Oceans Apart. In this episode, we are going to see the betrayal and fight between Simon and Daphne and see where that takes us. And then we're also going to be seeing what happened between Marina and Colin and what is happening with the Featheringtons in this episode. So let's get started. So this episode starts at Cliveden and Daphne and Simon are there. Daphne is vigorously playing the pianoforte and Simon is outside shooting really loudly, and they're both like being stubborn and angry with each other and trying to annoy the other right now since they're fighting. So they're both being really like stubborn and angry, and they're fighting and just annoying each other on purpose. And then later, Daphne receives her Lady Whistledown and says they have to go back to London so she can help her brother's situation. And Simon says that he's going to go with her, even though she says she doesn't want him to, or that he doesn't have to. But he does anyway. So they go back to London to try and help out with the situation between Marina and Colin. So in this next scene, we are now at the modiste, and Eloise is there to be fitted, and she starts talking about Lady Whistledown with Genevieve because she's already got her suspicions, and Genevieve says, I would not cross her. Her words are as good as gospel, which makes Eloise even more suspicious of Genevieve. Simon and Daphne arrive at the Bridgerton house, and Daphne tells Simon she doesn't want him to come with her. So he leaves to go do some other things when she goes into the house. While there, Colin tells everyone that he wants to just go and talk with Marina to try and figure everything out, and everyone tells him no, that he's not allowed to go because that wouldn't be a good idea. Daphne agrees to a chaperoned rendezvous with Marina and Colin. So Simon finally comes home after boxing with Will, and Daphne peeks out of her room, and Daphne and Simon start kissing right there on the steps, and then Simon goes down on her right there on the steps inside the house. And then she says to him, should we continue this in the bedroom? And Simon says no, which really surprises Daphne and catches her off guard. So Daphne says to Simon, what's to become of us then? And Simon says, if you are with child, I shall stay and do my duty to support you and the baby. But if you are not with child, we will remain married in name only. He says you'll be provided for, but we will live entirely separate lives, and this, what just happened here, cannot happen. So we are at the chaperoned rendezvous with Colin and Marina, and Daphne is there being the chaperone. So Colin says that what Lady Whistledown said can't be true to Marina, and she tells him it is true, and he's like, what you did to me is a sin. And he's really upset because he really cared about her. And Marina says to him, I did not come here to be shamed by you or anyone else. She says no one helped her, and he was the only man who offered her even a glimpse of happiness, which is why she chose him. And he says to Marina before she leaves that had she just come to him and told him the truth, he would have still married her because he really loved her. So we are now at the Queen's luncheon. And the Queen is asking Daphne if she is with child yet, because they have a wager about when there will be an heir. And at this luncheon, the Queen is chatting with Eloise, and she's asking her who Lady Whistledown is, and Eloise is like, I have my thoughts, but I'm not completely sure yet, and the Queen is getting really frustrated, and she's like, you need to figure it out now. And then at this luncheon, the Featheringtons finally arrive, and everyone is staring at them and talking about them. Lady Featherington goes over and tries to talk to Lady Bridgerton. Lady Bridgerton kind of like walks away and is like, nope, and snubs her, which is really embarrassing. And then the Queen has asked Lady Featherington to leave, and Lady Featherington's like, but I have an invitation, and he's like, no, you don't anymore. So the Featheringtons have to leave, which is really embarrassing, and I feel really bad for the girls at this point because it's really not their fault that this happened. So Daphne finds herself in the gardens. Of course, she always finds herself in the gardens. And her mom comes over to talk with her, and Daphne gets really upset with her mom. She's like, you should have prepared me. You sent me out into the world knowing absolutely nothing about marital relations and life. You sent me out and only taught me how to play pretend. So after this luncheon, Daphne stops at the Featherington house to actually talk to Marina. And she stops to apologize to Marina and say, you know, she's sorry for misjudging her and that she completely understands why she did what she did and that she wants to help her and she wants to help her find Sir George. So Marina gives her Sir George's name, and then Daphne says she's going to help her find him so that she's not stuck taking care of this baby alone. We then see Lord Featherington, and he sees a sign about the exhibition matches. So he goes and meets with Simon's friend Will, the one who boxes, and he wants to talk with him. Will's sitting there giving him like this whole talk, thinking he wants to, help him with the exhibition matches, and he's like, no, I don't want to loan you money. I want you to throw your match because we can make a lot of money doing it this way. And Will doesn't want to at first. So in this next scene, Daphne is going to Lady Danbury's Married Ladies of the Ton soiree, and Simon and Anthony are going to the club. So at the Married Ladies soiree, they are playing cards, and Daphne is winning. And Daphne says to Kitty Langton, if she asks if she can ask the general if he can find a soldier for her, And Kitty's like, oh, he's hardly ever home, which is really ideal, so you'll have to ask him yourself. And Daphne's like, what do you mean ideal? Like, not seeing him? And Kitty's just like, freedom of marriage without having to deal with his company there. And this makes Daphne think a little bit about that. So Anthony and Simon are at the club. Anthony thinks he sees Sienna, but it's actually a different woman when she turns around. And then Simon and Anthony actually end up getting into a huge fight, and they're really fighting and going after each other, and they have to be ripped off of each other because of this fight. So Daphne gets home and she sees Simon, and so she starts helping him to clean up his cuts. And she asks Simon why he doesn't want a child. So he vowed that he would not continue the Hastings line for his father. So Daphne says, so you betrayed me in our marriage bed because of a vow of revenge that you made to a man who doesn't even walk this earth anymore. And this is where Daphne gets really upset, that he made a vow to someone who isn't even alive anymore. So in this next part of the episode, we see the newest Lady Whistledown and the Queen. We see the newest Lady Whistledown, and the Queen reads it and gets really upset because in this newest Lady Whistledown paper, she doesn't mention the Queen's luncheon. So the Queen gets really, really angry about this. And then we see in this next part, Eloise is talking to Penelope, and she's trying to figure out who Lady Whistledown is still, of course. That's all she does anymore. And she says she realizes that the person has to have a personal connection with Marina to have known about it. So it has to be someone who helped Marina hide her condition. And we see Benedict talking to Sir Granville. And he asks Sir Granville about the man he was with the other night. And Sir Granville tells him that he is in love with that man. And so him being married to his wife, she gets the pleasures of having a secure place in life, being married to him without any of the strings attached. Eloise is at the concert talking to the Queen, and she tells the Queen she believes Lady Whistledown is a tradesperson. The Queen's like, sorry, you're too late. I hired real investigators to figure it out. She hired real investigators because she was really angry with Lady Whistledown after that last paper and not mentioning her luncheon, so she got real investigators instead of Eloise. And she is going to find Lady Whistledown and bring a stop to her papers is what she wants. And Eloise doesn't want that. So Benedict is helping Eloise to leave the concert because Eloise has some other plans now that she talked to the Queen about it. And on the way back from the concert, Benedict picks up Genevieve from the modiste, which makes things really awkward. And Genevieve says everyone was there except for the Featheringtons, which makes Eloise think that Genevieve is now the Lady Whistledown. I am going to go put on a set of lashes and a coat of mascara, and I will be right back. So while at the concert, Anthony looks down and sees Sienna sitting there, and she's there with another man, which makes him a little bit upset. And then Sienna plays on that, and she grabs the man that she's sitting with's hand so Anthony sees. And she knows, by doing this, she's gonna upset him. She's trying to make him jealous. And then all while everybody is at the concert, Marina is making some tea with dried herbs, and she's just like throwing a bunch of dried herbs in there. And then we realize, like, the tea she's making with the dried herbs, she thinks is going to abort her baby. And she thinks in doing this, this will, like, you know, get rid of all of her problems. And then we see Penelope go in to check on Marina. And this is when she finds Marina, like, on the floor. And she's unconscious. So Penelope's there, like, screaming for her mom and help. So we are back at the concert, and Daphne is there sitting with Simon in their box. You know, they were upset with each other. And they're sitting there watching the concert, and Simon's hand reaches down and actually holds Daphne's hand. So as this is all happening, Daphne, you know, gets, like, starts feeling something. And so she rushes into their room that's behind them. And her mom sees this. So her mom goes rushing over to her. And this is where we see Daphne's gotten her courses, which means she is not pregnant or with child. And she is in there crying. And this is how the episode ends, and it's a really sad ending. So the episode ends with Daphne crying, and then it flashes to Simon in the front of the concert, and he can hear her. She's crying. You can see he's, like, teary-eyed, listening. You can hear Simon, who is, like, teary-eyed, listening to Daphne screaming and crying in despair because she's so upset that she's gotten her period. Because she seems to think that if she wasn't with child, Simon is just going to leave her and never want anything to do with her. And that's how the episode ends. So this episode was not my favorite, obviously. It was a little bit boring for me until we got to the very end. The ending was where it all, like, kind of climaxed. So I'm really excited to see the very last episode of this season. Let me know in the comments who you think Lady Whistledown is and what you think is going to be the ending of the show. I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited because they just announced the other day that there will be a season 2, and I'm so excited, and I believe they announced that this season 2 is going to be all about Anthony, so that is going to be so much fun to watch. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love TV shows and makeup and love watching videos that have reviews and recaps in them. This is a video for you. Every Tuesday and Thursday I will be recapping and reviewing a new or show that you love while doing my makeup. So thank you all so much for watching. Comment below with what show you want to see me do next. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.